There's quite a bit of tension there. It is a dual pitch, so you could have put the fly on first. So that's taken around about 7.5 minutes. It's a very nice little feature. Sitting inside it at the moment, Dwights Explore 1, version 2 from Dwight Outdoors. So I've got something a little bit different for you today. It's a gear review. In about a month's time I'm going to be doing a wild camp in the snow with a almost complete stranger, and I just needed to test out a tent that I've secured before I go off into the wild. So this is the Explorer 1 version 2 from Dwight Outdoors. It's a solo tent, so I'm going to be unpacking this and setting this up for the first time very shortly. My companion Bentley, we're going to be camping in a nice little spot not too far away from home actually. I found it during lockdown, and we'll set up tent there. Catch you real soon. Wasn't expecting it to be quite so overgrown and wild. Anyway, Bentley and I will carry on. I see some light. Oh yeah, this is perfect. This will do just fine. Now just to sort out the ground. The one wild camp even my wife might be happy with. So we've got a little cinch bag. The tent comes with a strap to hold it all together. Inner, so that's the 20 denier, and this will be the fly, so that's 15. A little pouch for the 10 pegs, 7 and 8 pegs, and 6 guy ropes. Now I always use a footprint. I mean, if you're going to spend good money on a tent, why wouldn't you protect it? And aluminium poles. Now this is a bit of a hub system, so let's just get these all out. I've got everything laid out, and we'll get into this. Lay this out. Better start the timer. And it says to peg the 4 corners out. So let's just do that loosely. Then we are to lay this on top and put each of the poles into the little aluminium holes. I'll try to do a close-up on this later on. Alrighty, now comes the interesting part with a little bit of tension. Oh, it's actually not too bad. There's quite a bit of tension there. Possibly a good thing. Alright, and so in this case we're just going to clip the inner in first. It is a dual pitch, so you could have put the fly on first with the footprint. Now this little wishbone thing, the aluminium goes into the end of the pole, and it'll be the same on the other side. And then clip the remaining in. And can I tell you, that's actually very stable. If I wanted to, I could now take the 4 pegs off and move this around. The fly is a 15 denier. There is only one door, so we have to make sure that the fly goes the right way. And look at that. I think I might have got it right the first time. Now what I'm doing with the fly is I'm putting it underneath. I'm putting it on the pole but underneath the last one, and now I will just tighten everything up. Okay, so I've got 2 more pegs. There is a securing guy rope there, and there's kind of another one, if you like, for the door. And you know what? That is pretty much Just tension everything up a little bit. There's another guy at this end. So that's taken around about 7.5 minutes to set up the ground sheet, the inner and the fly. And we haven't put any guy ropes on yet. And I've got one more peg left. So to me it would be logical to have a guy rope on this end here. And there you go. 7, 8. It only comes with 8 pegs. I'm just going to use my own pegs now. There's actually another securing point at the back here. So I guess if you didn't use that guy rope, you would use the 8th peg there. But I would like to have seen an extra couple of pegs. I will stick another guy rope on the back. Dwights Explorer one, and it weighs in at just under 1.6 kgs. It's got these nice little tensioners. No real instructions anywhere on these, but let's just do one, shall we? So this is the footprint. I would recommend you always have one. The sill nylon is facing up, the material is facing on the bottom. This is the bathtub, and this is the aluminium eyelet for the 15 denier fly. So the pole goes into these little eyelets. It's actually under quite a bit of tension, which is probably a good thing. And I think what I think is prudent is to actually put this one on the very bottom. So those two are kind of holding it down. So I'm using the strap that is on the bottom of the aluminium eyelet. Always put your peg in on an angle. You can just tighten this up and pulling down. And I tell you what, that ain't going nowhere. It's nice. There's these loops that you could put some more guy ropes on. There's another 4 remaining. I've just simply connected it to here. You could probably put some more guy ropes on the side, but I really don't think it's necessary. Oh, and it's got a nice little stiff bar to help separate out, to create some ventilation up under there. Oh, that's a very nice little feature. I like that. So that's pretty much the outside. Let's have a look on the inside, shall we? It's just a single door. Everything's velcroed down. These are YKK zips. This is sill nylon, and this was 15 denier. It has a 10,000 millimeter hydrostatic rating, and there's a little toggle here, hold the door open on. Tiny little zips. It's probably all part of reducing the weight. I find that you've got to actually have 2 hands to get around that corner. Not a biggie. Currently sitting inside it at the moment. Yes, my head's up against the top, but let's do a real situation where we have the mat. So this is an opportunity to use the Peak XV, I call it 15, winter mat. It's got an R rating of 4.9 and it is 8 centimeters thick, so it's going to push me up a little bit. So let's get that in and just see how much room we've got. What I'll do is I'll grab tape measure and I'll just measure the inside, so you can actually see yourself what the sizes are rather than reliant on whatever the specs are. There's a little bit of a vestibule out on this side, 2.1, around about 700 mil. As you can see, everything is seam sealed. Often tents don't come seam sealed. There's these lovely little pockets at the end, another one at this end, and there's actually 2 lantern hooks. That's a nice feature. Kind of like if it was a pocket up the top here. This is the Peak XV, I call it 15. You can see the size of it. It's kind of the same as my water bottle. And the reason that I got this is because I'm going to be going on this wild camp with a stranger in alpine conditions. They come with a little patch. It would have been nice if there's a little pocket somewhere so that didn't keep coming out every time you pulled it out. It comes with a pump bag. Now I've done this once before and it takes 4 pumps, and I can pump it up in just under a minute. Yeah, so that's the second time I've blown this up, and it only takes 4 pumps, so you should be able to pull this out without losing the air. Great little system, and then it's just got this little cap. My head's right up against the roof now that I'm sitting on the mat, but I could still quite easily get changed. We have around about 800 mil to the roof. Now I'm just under 6 foot. I'll show you how much room I've got. My head kind of right near the top, and that's how much room I've got at the end. So yeah, this is quite a comfortable tent for somebody that's 6 foot. It's pretty cozy. There's not a lot of extra room inside. I could probably have some bits and pieces down the bottom, but at the end of the day, I've purchased this to try to reduce the size. So what do you think? This is the Explorer 1. It's a solo, clearly. It weighs in at 1.57 kg, so 1570 grams. It has a fly, which is a 15 denier. It has a bathtub inner, which is 20 denier. It has a very good rating waterproofing at 10,000 millimeters, and you can purchase the footprint separately, and that weighed in, I think, at around about 290. I think it might be on sale at the moment. There's enough room for my pack. I've put my boots in on the other side of the vestibule, but don't forget I can put this down as well. I'll tell you what, I didn't notice this before, but there's a nice little rain trap here, so the rain won't come down the front. I like it. It could do with 1 or 2 more pegs. It certainly stands out being blue. Blue in the bush is the one colour that really stands out. If you're into being safe, be seen, this is a really good tent for you. If I can get an okay from Dwights, I might see if we can get some kind of discount code. If that is the case, I'll approach them. I'll put that down in the description. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and you know what to do. If you haven't done so already, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and the next video that comes out is quite likely going to be Alpine Stranger Danger with the guy that I met when I did the round the mountain of Ruapehu, a guy called Stuart. Thank you so much again, and we'll catch you on the next video.